think if you have a system, a standardized approach, it speeds decision making. So whether we're talking about capital purchasing with our executive team, if we know what's needed to go into those types of decisions, the team can come together with that information prepared. And we're a small organization, small executive team, and one of the advantages we have as a small organization is we're nimble. Like, I think we want to make a well-informed decision. So knowing ahead of time the type of decision we're making, whether it's strategic or let's say a service line, when we know in advance all those pieces that are involved in that decision, that the organization can gather that information much faster when we know what the standard is and the process is. So from a CFO perspective, that is kind of, that's one of those muscles you use as a CFO, is you look for consistency in process, good financial decision making, and you close the books every month, or the team does, and you look for a similar process each month, so that it's not a fire drill. I would say it applies when you move into operations, when you move into the CEO role. It's very similar. We want good process, thorough process, standardization, so that we can, part of that is making those decisions quickly. And there's nothing, I would say one of our the most frequent feedback items that we get from providers is, I'm working in a system and I'm so frustrated with the speed at which the organization makes decisions. Whether it's, I need a piece of capital equipment to better care for the patients, or I have a concern, it may be months or years before any action is taken. And when you have layers of leadership and it has to go from local to regional to a national office, sometimes it just takes time to do that. It can be very frustrating. So we've heard that regularly from our physician candidates in feedback. And so we tend to talk about how our process works here and how we make decisions. Our decisions are made local by the board and the executive team and the physicians and the employees. And so we try not to let too much get in between that as far as bureaucracy or anything that would slow that down. And because that's an advantage for us, I think we can respond very quickly in terms of environment. And it goes back to economic success and a lot of those other things. We can pivot very quickly here. And the trade-off is we don't have a ton of resources, but what we do have, we can do very, very well and quickly.